This is Jonathan Martinoivc, and here is my SquareBot, Bob. This build shows how I got to Bob. I first started with two inner rails and what would become the platform, where the Arduino unit would be placed. They are mirrored off each other. Here I'm installing the needed gears for Bob to actually run. The instructions originally had the gear ratio reversed from what I built here. The first person to try the course with the instructed configuration found out it didn't give enough torque to go up the ramp, and I paused it to show that high torque gear ratio so that Bob can climb over the ramp. These were not my original choice of tires for Bob. I went with much larger tires in the front and smaller tires in the back. Again, this was used for the ramp climb. It worked great in those terms, but it also created a wobble that made Bob go off in strange directions when going up and down the ramp. It was tolerable on the first objective, but on the second objective, Bob was just too unpredictable with all the turns that it couldn't navigate the maze. I really tried to make it work with tightening the whole structure up and with changing the speed values, but it really just needed a full set of the same tires. I was trying to brute force a solution, kind of like this corgi. After I installed the Arduino unit, I created a battery holder and a platform. This had some issues with making Bob a little top heavy. I zip tied down all the wires to the structure and Bob was good to go. Well, with some programming. Now we finally get to the code. Here all I did was create a start button and some timing. Once I calibrated the turn times and got the compiler to stop screaming at me, I was quickly able to figure out the maze times. Here is the result. Unglamorous, but functional. Those front wheels were changed because when all the turns were added, the problems just piled up in the second objective. I used the bumper switch and a counter to operate like the timer, but apparently Bob had to be a little more autonomous than that. So I used a timer and if statements to create a logic that would figure out by how long it was going down a path if Bob was actually going the right way. At the end, it would turn right and face the camera and stop. It was kind of out of the box and really flashy. Here's the result. Overall, it was a pretty good learning experience. I'm glad I made the mistakes I made, because I learned a lot about the issues I would face in later builds. Thanks for watching.